I'm Brian, and I'm filling in for the 2K MC. Let's run down.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. D.A., it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move." It is.
Thanks, David. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Saturday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. And now the Lakers starting group. P.J. Tucker is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Z, and it's Durant, and it's Bridges in at the 2. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Here's Z, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. Now the Lakers on the break. Bridges leading the charge.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
Outside, George. And that time, also a missed shot. The Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Up again, Davis on the follow.
This is what you want from AD, to use his size and skill to cash in on second chance opportunities.
Beverly dishes to George. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Z, defended by Beverly. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Ibaka against Davis. Ibaka, the pass to George. To the paint. Got a hand on it.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Durant, and that one, good. Durant's got his second basket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Clippers trail by 11.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. And let's take a look now. Anthony Davis's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in blocks, 10th in scoring, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And you don't finish top 3 in blocks unless you're truly inspired. He combined supreme hustle with keen awareness. You've got to love this guy.
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play, tracking the ball, blocking the shot. Appreciate the hustle.
And Durant gets it to go. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
And the Lakers with possession here. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And he gets it to go.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Leonard on the wing. Shoots over KD. Leonard, no luck.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points. They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Here's George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Z, defended by Beverly.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Leonard kicks to George. Fires top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable.
Oh, what a play!
Watch your head. When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
Here's George, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers.
Lakers leading by 5. Baca is out there with Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. 5th, the Clippers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top.
The pass to Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Cousins has got 8 points.
That one looked true coming out of his hand. Cousins with great confidence from distance.
Pass to Drummond. Here's Z. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Clippers trail by 11. Floats it up for Cousins. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Caldwell Pope with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Caldwell Pope passes to Z. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Matthews gets it to go.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Passes it to Leonard. Shoots over Tucker and off the front iron, and in it goes. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Hard not to call Leonard's number every time down the floor. He's become that dominant.
Here's Z. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The Lakers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And the Clippers call time here.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
And it only promises to get better coming into this season. These two squads are very evenly matched, and each game between them should be a blast to watch.
And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Well, you look at Z, sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Caldwell Pope passes to Tucker. Out left to the wing. Ibaka comes with the double team. Outside Matthews. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Rondo passes to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Lakers leading by 14. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Here's George, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defense does a good job, but George won't relent. He rises to meet their challenge.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Kennard. Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Mikal Bridges comes in for Caldwell Pope. Z, defended by Beverly. Pass to Z. Jackson comes over with the double. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater, and the layup is up and in. 25 points for Z.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Ibaka outside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Tucker. Now the Lakers on the break. And Davis throws it down.
With a shot like that, AD has completely redefined what we expect out of a power forward.
Beverly looking around. Outside, George. Low block shot on the way, and that's off the glass and in. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Here's Leonard trying to get open as Ibaka. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Davis.
Mistake by the defender.
And so it's the loss. Los Angeles Lakers sitting at a 20.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And now with the second half.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
So for the Lakers right now, we've got Durant, Z out there with Bridges, and there's Davis, and it's Tucker in at the pivot, manning the middle. The pass to KD. Good on the triple. KD's got 17.
And what do you expect? Durant's not going to let you disrespect him on the other end without an answer.
Here's Leonard. A shot missing, and the Lakers take it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
All free throws good from Beverly.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Bridges against Beverly. Here's George. That's good from 17 feet away. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Z, defended by Beverly. 2 open. That time made it look too easy. He's got 16.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Leonard against KD. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 3rd foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Ibaka comes with the double team. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Tucker.
Right now, he's being too passive and not looking for his shot enough. He needs to be more aggressive and get more shots up because he's shooting well.
Right side, George. Ibaka outside. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
Inside. Here's Durant. Rebound by the Clippers.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Lakers leading by 19 points. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
How about in transition, the long reach of Davis gets the steal, gets him going.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. George looking over the floor. Drains the three-pointer. George has got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Clippers.
We just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, this offense is there.
Ibaka comes with the double team. Z the pass to Tucker. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 18. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by KD. Leonard kicks to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of surfaces had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the 2nd half. Outside, George. That 3 off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Rondo. Drops in the layup for 2. Rondo's got 10.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
Ibaka comes with the double team to the middle. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Matthews against Rondo. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From past the arc, sinks the triple. 30 points for Z.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Leonard draws the double. George. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jackson comes over with the double. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Right side Davis. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor. You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
See the pass to Davis. And Drummond throws it down.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
And the Clippers call time here. We've seen Z really having a great game.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Rondo kicks to Jackson. Outside, George. Will it go? The 3 connects from 3-point range. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
They double him with George. Kicks it to Matthews. Or the 3. Passes it to Z. Lakers passing it around. It's good. Drummond's got 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. To the inside. It's deflected.
And a guy who blocks a few shots, KCP stepping up and gets all of that one.
Pass to Z. Launches a 3. Drills it from outside. Z's got 33 points.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless, taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Here's Z, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 17 points a game, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instinct. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kevin Porter comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the shot goes down. The Clippers have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Jackson against Davis, the 11-footer, and Davis sends it back, and they're moving it up. Here's Johnson, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Johnson's got 5 now.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's George. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. And they pick up 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Porter against Rondo. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Johnson in the corner. There's the 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The Clippers shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Pass to Rondo. Now here's Zubac. He's guarded by Davis. Zubac against Davis. 5 to shoot. Now Drummond. He's got 16. Here's Z. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
They double him with George. Here's Johnson. Z. He's covered by Rondo. And the pass to Z. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
52 seconds left in the third.
Lakers foul. That's his first personal foul.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
Rondo.
The free throw drops for Rondo.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And then for the Lakers, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kevin Durant comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Bridges in for Kevin Porter. Rondo looking around. Pass to Kennard. Stolen by Durant. Lays it in off the breakaway. Durant's got 21 in the game.
The NBA's most valuable player in 2014 is reminding us he can do it all. Kevin Durant is special.
Now here's Kennard. He has 6. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got 9.
The range of Luke Kennard on display. This guy is a lights-out shooter.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it.
And the Lakers with changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Morris. Anthony Davis comes in for Johnson. And Z subbed in for Ben McLemore. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Down low. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. George dishes to Ibaka. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. That one good for two.
You talk about a player who never backs down. Beverly unbothered by the good D.
To the inside. Stolen by George. 4-on-1 and they're running. Pulls up for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Z the pass to Davis. Here's Tucker. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 5 assists in the game.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
And George, here we go. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. The Lakers making a switch here. Durant's checked in. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Back to George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
It's good from long range.
There's the response. Kawhi rarely changes expression, but you know what he's thinking. I got your back.
Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deals, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
We start to talk about all the things Durant can do, but scoring still what he does best. What a night.
Beverly against Bridges. George passes to Ibaka.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer, Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And the Lakers with possession here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 52 points for Z.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. from outside the arc. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Leonard brings the double team, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Steve, you look at the large companies being created right now by some NBA players like LeBron and Steph. Talk about the example that sets for kids who look up to these guys.
You know, Kevin, I think it's a great example. A reason why they are showing the next generation of kids that's taking basketball serious, that they're more than just a basketball player. They are prepping for life after the game is over, but able to do it while they're playing.
And here are the Clippers now. The Clippers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. From the high post, that's good on the jump shot. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Pass to KD. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
From deep, George. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Count that bucket. Leonard's got 27.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Durant in the corner. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think let's be honest. It makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
Z, defended by Beverly, lets it go with a 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
They double him with George. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. Trying to get open as Ibaka. And it's sent back by KD. Fast break, the Lakers for 3. He's off on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. George, that's a 2-pointer. Good, that's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
To the paint, here's Durant. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. KD against Leonard. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that when switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. George passes to Morris. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. A platoon swap here for 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Z. Good, another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Z.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Right wing. Here's Z, and again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time